Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a makeup tutorial. This is the final look. I really hope you like it. Let's get started. This is going to be a voiceover tutorial, but before we start, I wanted to let you know where we're at because I already prepped my skin and that is the most important part of all. To prep my skin, I use the Origins Ginseng Gel Moisturizer. I love this thing for under makeup, especially if you have oily skin, but I have very dry skin and this works perfectly. And for my under eyes, I use the same Ginseng Origins, but this is the refreshing eye cream to brighten and depuff, which I really need because it's like extreme pollen today and I am so puffy. Apart from that, I already brushed my eyebrows with Got To Be Glued gel. This is a hair gel. Just use it to brush my eyebrows. I haven't filled them in or anything else. And I also use this Dermal Therapy lip balm for my lips. I'm going to let them soak in this for as long as I do my makeup, and they're going to be beautifully prepped for when I apply my lipstick. I think that's all, so let's just start with the makeup. I'm going to start by applying the One Step Correct Stila Primer. I love to use this to correct some redness, especially if I have some blemishes around my chin, my cheeks, and especially around the nose. You can see how the green pigment corrects the redness very good. I will say that less is more with this primer. If you use too much, it can ball a little bit, so just use it as you need, but don't go overboard with it. I feel that in some places I applied a little bit too much, but that is okay. I learned my lesson. For foundation, I'm going to use this Studio Fix Fluid Foundation from MAC. This is an old school great foundation. It's a matte finish. It has great coverage. And to be honest, it's probably the only foundation shade that works for me right now. Let's just say I haven't been in the sun a lot. I love to apply this foundation with a wet beauty blender. It takes a little bit of that matte finish away and makes it look more skin finish, especially because I have dry skin. I still feel that the beauty blender applies the makeup more evenly. It just leaves a beautiful finish on the skin, but I do like to use the brush for details. So for example, if you're going to an event and you're going to have your hair up and you're using a foundation like this that has a little bit more coverage, you want to make sure that you have one color overall. A lot of people tend to forget their ears, and this is such a giveaway of you wearing makeup because they tend to be very red compared to the skin. So make sure you're applying foundation wherever it's going to be noticeable. Right now, because my neck and my face is a little bit too pale for my body, I like to take the foundation down to my neck. And another tip is that if you have a very red chest, you can also apply a little bit of foundation there, and that's going to unify your face and your body. I also like to take my foundation all the way up my under eyes. This is going to help me visualize my eyeshadow a little bit better, and it's also going to help me use less concealer in the end. And the first concealer I'm going to use is the Pro Longwear Concealer from MAC. This is also an old school but very good concealer. I love to use this to prep my eyes before eyeshadow. It's very high pigmented, so you only need a very thin layer. And before I apply any eyeshadow, I want to set the concealer with a little bit of powder. For eyeshadows, I'm going to start by using this Sunrise palette from Natasha Denona with the color Aster. I'm going to apply this color in the center of my lid, creating a line. And I like to apply this kind of eyeshadows with my fingers because it leaves a more metallic finish. And right now I'm just packing the color in the lid. And after I apply the color, I will go in with a blending brush and just blend the edges, but I'm not trying to put eyeshadow all around my lid, just in the center. I want the center to be the most intense part, and then just blend the edges. As always, start slow. You can always apply a little bit more and make it as intense as you like. Today I'm going to use the Inglot eyeliner in brown. I'm going to mix a little bit of Duraline in. This is going to help me create a liquid consistency that is easier to apply. A very thin eyeliner close to my lashes. And don't worry about it being perfect because we're going in with a detailed brush and we're going to smudge it in. And also make sure to apply the eyeliner in the waterline. Once the top part of my eyeliner is done, then I move on to create the wing. I want to create the shape of the wing, but we're going to set all of these with this eyeshadow. And from now on, I'm going to use this palette from Dior. This is the 797 Feel palette. So with a tiny brush, I'm going to go over what I did just to darken my eyeliner and smoke it a little bit. But then I'm going to use this purpley shade that is a little bit lighter, and I'm going to just go over the edge of the eyeliner, and that's going to make it blend a little bit better with the purple eyeshadow, but also is going to smoke the eyeliner a little bit more. Now I'm going to move on to the bottom eyelashes, and I'm going to use this Morphe eyeliner. This is in the color Secret. This is one of my favorite eyeliners. I love this bronzy color. So I'm going to put it in the waterline, and I'm then going to smudge it in the bottom lashes and set it with the bronzy shade from the palette. And of course, don't forget to curl your eyelashes and apply some mascara. Today I'm using the Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. For concealer, I'm going to use the Born This Way from Too Faced. I'm using a lot of old school products. I love how pigmented these concealers are, and I definitely think that I used way too much concealer today. But anyway, I'm using two shades. One that is a little bit darker, that is going to help me conceal a little bit better my dark circles, and it's going to match the rest of my face. And a lighter one that's going to help me highlight some areas. Anything that is detail, I'm going to blend with a brush, and everything else I'm going to blend with the Beauty Blender. I'm also going to use a tiny lip brush without any product and clean up the eyeliner. Then I'm going to apply concealer to the rest of my face, wherever I need more coverage or that I know that some redness is probably going to come through during the day. Even though I'm using high pigmented foundation and concealers, you can see throughout my videos that I rarely go for a 100% full coverage base. I like the idea of using makeup in a way that makes me feel better, and if I can conceal things that make me a little bit insecure, or I can highlight some features that I do love, I'm down for that. But I also like to feel comfortable with my makeup, and I think that when some imperfections that don't really bother me show through the skin, that gives the illusion that you're wearing less makeup and it feels more real to me. And of course there's moments where I like a little bit more coverage, or there's days where I don't want to wear any makeup at all, but I don't really want to change myself on a daily basis. In general, I like to go for a natural looking foundation even though I'm using a lot of product. Okay, so back to the tutorial. I'm going to apply blush, and I'm going to use this Quad from Hourglass. Can we talk about how beautiful these Hourglass palettes are? I'm also going to use the Ambient Lighting palette from Hourglass, and I'm not using this as a contour, I'm just using it to warm my face a little bit. For my brows, I'm going to barely use any product. I'm using the Anastasia powder, but just filling in wherever I have any gaps. And for my highlight, I'm going to use this single eyeshadow from Clinique. This is in the shade Daybreak. I love this eyeshadow since I steal it from my mom's makeup when I was little, and I have repurchased it ever since. I apply this in my inner corner, under my brows, and as a highlight in my cheeks, but I try to use it more as if I have a shimmery blush instead of just a line of highlighter. And of course, a little bit more in the Cupid's bow and in the tip of my nose. Once I'm done, I'm going to finish this makeup with a little bit of setting powder. I'm using a loose powder from Pat McGrath. I'm only going to apply it wherever I feel that I'm going to be shiny, or where I have concealer that I think might crease or move during the day. For my lips, I'm going to use this lip liner in the shade Dervish. This is from MAC. I'm going to line my lips with it, but then I'm going to use a lip brush that has no product, and I'm going to use it to blend a little bit that lip liner to make it lose a little bit of the intensity, because I want my eyes to be the star of this makeup. And on top, I'm going to apply a little bit of this gloss. This is a Lancome lip gloss, but I think they already discontinued this. And this is the final result. I hope you like this makeup. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!